Sheep, the shared environment entertainment pasture, playfully explores the possibilities of multimodal, multi-user interaction with wearable computing in an intelligent environment. The game is centered around a pastoral landscape which is projected onto a table from above. The players can use different interaction technologies offered by mobile and stationary computers. Building on our dwarf framework, the system uses peer-to-peer, dynamically cooperating services to integrate different mobile devices into the game. On the table, a herd of virtual sheep roams around the pasture. Each virtual sheep is aware of the other's positions. It tries to stay close to the rest of the herd and avoid collisions with other sheep. When a player puts a tangible, real sheep on the table, the virtual sheep recognize it as a member of the herd and move towards it. However, they always try to stay a safe distance away. With a small palm-top computer, a player can pick up a sheep. It then disappears from the table and appears on the palm-top screen. The player can then put the sheep down somewhere else in the pasture. In order to add a new sheep to the game, the user points at the table with a magic wand and says "Insert." The new sheep appears at the point where the wand touched the table. Sheep can be removed from the game too with a touch of the magic wand and the command "Die." Spectators can see a three-dimensional view of the landscape on the screen of a laptop. The sheep appear in their correct three-dimensional position even when they have been picked up by another player. Using a see-through head-mounted display, the user can view the landscape three-dimensionally and pick up a sheep with his hand. He can then color the sheep by moving it into a virtual color bar. Finally, he can put the sheep back down on the table, where it appears again and rejoins the herd.
Augmented reality is a new technology that lets users interact with virtual information while also looking at the real world, and so you can stay within your real environment and get additional information.
Sheep is realized as a distributed system on many different computers. The landscape is projected onto a blank table by a video projector mounted above and connected to a conventional PC. Each virtual sheep is simulated by a separate process, which communicates with the others. The entire software of the sheep system consists of such distributed communicating processes, which are called services within the dwarf framework. Dwarf contains services for tracking, sheep simulation, display, and user interaction. The services find each other dynamically at runtime and communicate using Corva-based middleware. For tangible user interfaces, the system must determine the position of real objects in the game. This is done with an infrared optical tracking system, DTRAC, from Advanced Real-Time Tracking GmbH. 4 cameras detect retroreflective optical markers in real time. A central computer determines the three-dimensional position and orientation of the marker trees. The three-dimensional views shown on the table, head-mounted display, laptop, and even palm-top are realized using thermal viewers that are controlled by dwarf adapter services. On the laptop and head-mounted display, the view is rendered from the correct three-dimensional perspective as determined by the ART tracking system. Thanks to the high accuracy of tracking, a simple one-step calibration process is possible. The user simply aligns the magic wand with the display and selects the appropriate option in the calibration service. To support multimodal input, user interactions are modeled abstractly using Petri nets. When the user points at the table and says "Insert," a transition in the network fires. This starts a new sheep simulation service, which connects to the other services in the system. A new sheep appears on the table. The same procedure is used to remove sheep from the game. The distributed system has no single central component. Thus, the different views in the system must be synchronized using events. For example, when a sheep is colored in the head-mounted display, it changes color on the other displays as well. The distributed nature of the dwarf framework allows complex interactions between multiple users. Sheep was presented publicly for the first time at the International Symposium on Mixed and Augmented Reality 2002 in Darmstadt, where it drew a large audience. We hope that many more presentations will follow.
Jetzt kannst du auf der Höhe ungefähr, das sind jetzt diese Farbtöpfe, da kannst du jetzt, das ist immer zum